Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. In Top Stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Breaking today, police are searching for someone who hit an officer with a vehicle. It happened shortly after 11 a.m. near the US 95 interchange with I-15. According to police, the officer was conducting a traffic stop when the driver put the vehicle in reverse, struck the officer, then fled the scene. Thankfully, the officer did not suffer any major injuries. And the issue of school violence and students acting out continues. CCSD police say they responded to a fight Thursday morning at Legacy High involving one of its students and 3 teenagers. Then one of them became violent and, quote, battered a CCSD PD officer. The whole trio was arrested.
They came to the campus allegedly in a stolen vehicle driven by one of the minors. They confronted a student at Legacy High School. This comes just a day after 3 different instances in Vegas Valley schools where there was violence between students and teachers.
Legacy High's principal says the trio was not associated with the school and, quote, CCSD police who were already on campus and school employees quickly de-escalated the situation. Plus, BLM officials are offering a $5,000 reward for anyone who helps catch vandals spraying graffiti at the Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. They reportedly found red walls stained with blue and yellow today near Ash Creek Spring. Rangers talked about how it ruins the scenic nature. They do not encourage hikers to approach vandals, but call the number on your screen. With the rising cost of gas comes thieves. Las Vegas police arrest 4 men in connection to a series of fuel thefts across the Las Vegas Valley. You can see surveillance video where police say the suspects allegedly manipulate fuel pumps at gas stations to dispense thousands of gallons of fuel into their modified vehicles. In Business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. As for those who don't rely on fuel, those travelers have been requesting this one thing for years. Where can I charge my electric vehicle at the airport? Review-Journal's Renee Semmerauer has more on how Harry Reid International has made that a reality. Renee?
Well, Jen, Andrew Pluta, a general manager for ABM, which oversees valet parking services at Harry Reid, says the airport now has 24 new electric vehicle charging stations and valet parking. 12 of the charging stations are in Terminal 1 and 12 more are in Terminal 3. The project cost about $250,000. Harry Reid spokesperson Joe Rachel says airport administrators are excited about the added amenity for travelers. In valet, parking starts at $10 for the first hour with a $2 increase per hour. The daily maximum rate for valet parking tops out at $30.
One, we've heard from customers that this is something that they've wanted. People come in with electric vehicles. They want to have it charged while they're here. It's something that I think people are getting used to seeing out in the community as a service that they can get elsewhere. And you know, we try to be a leader in sustainability.
Rachel said Tesla drivers should bring their adapters with them if they plan on charging their cars at the airport. The airport is now exploring the feasibility and logistics of installing more charging stations at other airport locations like long-term parking. Jen?
In Weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. Happy Friday. After much-needed rain drenches the Las Vegas Valley, the skies are clearing up tonight with temps dipping into the 50s overnight. Get your sunglasses out for the weekend. We're looking at sunny skies with a high of 77 and low of 56 degrees on Saturday. On Sunday and Monday, highs hit the 80s, the 90s on Tuesday with some clouds. The 90s heat lasts through Wednesday. Starting Thursday, we're back in the 80s with some gusts, which should taper off by Friday. In entertainment, the drama continues over ADELE'S to-be-determined residency in Las Vegas. Review-Journal's John Katsimides tells us who's in and who's out.
Adele has reportedly gutted, to use a term, her creative team for her show at the Colosseum at Caesar's Palace. Gone is S. Devlin, her acclaimed set designer. In is Kim Gavin, who has worked with Take That, the boy band out of Great Britain, and also was in charge of the Rolling Stones' upcoming 60th anniversary tour.
Sports, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. With the NFL draft quickly approaching, Raiders general manager Dave Ziegler talked about the approach he and head coach Josh McDaniels will take in their first season at the helm.
We want the best available players, regardless of position. That's how we want to continue to build the team. I think if you're drafting good football players, you're making good choices. When you kind of overextend just to draft a need, you can often pass over good football players that can help your team, and I think that can be a slippery slope.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. An NBA playoff quadruple header is on tap for Saturday. The Philadelphia 76ers are 3-point favorites over the Toronto Raptors at Circa Sports to finish a 4-game sweep of their first-round series. The Utah Jazz are 4.5-point favorites over the Dallas Mavericks to tie their series 2-2. The Brooklyn Nets are 3.5-point favorites over the Boston Celtics to avoid falling into a 3-0 hole. And the Memphis Grizzlies are 3-point favorites over the Minnesota Timberwolves as they try to take a commanding 3-1 series lead.
In health, a new urgent care clinic opens its doors in Henderson. Jovive Health held a ribbon-cutting ceremony at the former Legacy Urgent Care site on Pecos Road. This is Jovive's first urgent care clinic here in Nevada. It accepts both same-day reservations and walk-ins. In Lifestyle, sponsored by Visit Laughlin, an easygoing getaway filled with good food, good people, and good times on the river. The nation's largest student farmers market returns to downtown Summerlin. More than 500 students from 60 Clark County schools sell their produce as part of an event put on by the nonprofit Green Our Planet.
As many of the students that are here today live in food deserts, and they're growing the food in their community, and they're giving their community access to fresh fruits and vegetables, which is exactly what is good for the earth, right? Food is not traveling 1,500 miles. It's grown right there in their community.
Proceeds will go directly to participating school garden programs. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you on Monday for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.